Hello everybody, Shadow SP here. We are back playing more Granblue Fantasy. This time we're going to be going after one of the big ones, one of the Golden Bar raids, Akasha. This raid is the last one that's standing in our way from being able to fully uncap our Dark Opus weapons, basically whenever we want, because we need to farm one of the materials from here, the Hollow Keys. It also is, the Hollow Keys are also standing between us getting the Hollow Sky weapons, which are generally not very useful, but there's a couple of them that might be. Alright, so this is another raid like Proto Bahamut that has a 1.2 billion HP. So it's a long one, though luckily for us is always light elemental. So we're able to use the Seraphic weapon, Scythe of Dark Herald, and Death. We get those two together, total of 33% damage amp. This is as much damage amp as I can add to the grid. It's not possible to do anymore. So I've gone ahead and added the standard charge attack stuff. It's 4 Best Spines, gets us our maximum for charge attack cap. The Celeste Claw that is there instead of like the Zechariah, so we're going more enmity than stamina because the third phase deals just a lot of damage. So it'll be nice to have more damage coming out in the third phase. If I had a second Agonize fully uncapped, I'd put that in where the True Phantom Xenoblade is. The True Phantom True Phantom Demon Blade is. The Xeno weapon. Because the EX mod can come from the Draconic. And then we'd have, double Agonize. Maybe I could remove the Sword of Bahamut, but the Sword of Bahamut gives a lot of stats. All right, then our summons grid. We've got Dragon's Rage because it does 10 hits. It usually is why we bring Dragon's Rage when we do. Then we have 3 copies of Proto Joya because delays are very good in this fight. Because this fight comes with the Time Warp field effect, which every turn causes 1 to 3 turns to advance. So the more you can delay, the more time you can build for your cooldowns. And that's kind of the idea. Basically, we have a couple different breakpoints where we want to get our cooldowns to work to do what we want it to do. So stuff like, sorry, 1 second. Right. Okay, there we go. Sorry. Specifically, there's a trigger in the third phase of the fight that we would really like to hit at a specific, on a specific turn, specific time, because the third phase of the fight we really cannot afford the boss to be doing its overdrive charge special, but its trigger at 35%, and these are 25% chunks that the boss goes through. The trigger at 35% is not its overdrive special, it's its normal special. And we really need that to go off, and when the boss has full diamonds, so the diamond's empty, so we can get our cooldowns back. I've done this before and got to that point, and just every delay missed. Like, I missed Gravity Wave, Summon Delay, and Narmea Delay all in the same turn. Which caused some bad things to happen. So let's talk about our team setup. Narmea is there for delays and damage. She's basically our best damage dealer. Cassius is there for damage and hits. He does the most hits out of everybody. Lelouch is there for his multi-attack buff, and he does have an echo buff on his 3rd skill, and he does 5 hits with his 1st skill that auto-activates every time the enemy does something. Like, it's okay. The 4th slot is, Lelouch's slot is probably the worst one on the team, but he's still pretty good because he's got the stamina passive where he increases our attack based on how high his HP is. Main characters on Sage, and I've done this with a couple different main characters. Doctor doesn't really work for a specific reason really late in the fight. Whereas I think Sage has the best chance. We need Veil. Veil or over 100% debuff resist is required because there is a trigger that inflicts lethal hit on your entire team with in the the second phase. So we need to have a way to avoid that. I've tried it on Relic Buster and got to the last phase of the fight, and Relic Buster unfortunately just doesn't have sustain options, whereas Sage gives us lots of heals. We can use the first skill for healing, and it heals a pretty hefty chunk, like over 6,000. All right, so the backline is specifically a character that can Olivia, the character that can delay and use Twilight Terror to stop diamonds from advancing. And Elias Ludus is there because she has a revive, which is super rare on a character. It is an RNG revive, which just adds to the RNG that this fight has. Which it has a ton of RNG in general, but basically, I know that my front line is going to perish at some point. I need to have revive on my main character to fix that, get Cassius back at full HP or whatever. And then we can use Elise's revive as a safety net. Get somebody back if we need them. Is it going to work? I don't know. I'm gonna try. I've tried this fight a few times, but I have not won yet. I've gotten close. If by close, I mean 19%. Alright, let's give this a shot. Oh, and since it is in the gold bar tier, we are allowing fully transcended Lucifer. We're not holding back at all because we can't really afford to. I really wish we got two blue potions for the sticker, but we don't. Alright, so Summon Lucifer is actually a pretty important source of damage. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Also, because of the Time Warp field effect, we are going to go ahead and use Cassius' skills more or less on cooldown. It's because of that Time Warp effect. Even on his charge attack turn, he only has a 1/3 chance of being able to take advantage of it. So cooldowns are probably going to be better than anything else that we do. Like prioritizing improved cooldowns, I mean. Alright. We go like this. Sorry, I will never remember which I will never remember which Narmea skills are which. Alright, so we get the delay plus the assassin, we get the guaranteed triple attack, big echoes, with Narmea value. Let's go ahead and heal. Use Cassius' skills. Use Lelouch's third skill. Which is pretty good. I mean, it gives a white damage cut, which becomes irrelevant in the second part of the fight from there on, but it also gives a really big defense buff. Also gives echoes, also reduces skill cooldowns. It's just a good skill. Activate everything. We'll do a charge attack turn here. We'll leave Cassius' third skill on unused, just in case. We might successfully, or we might not advance more than one turn. And if that's the case, I need to turn animations off. If that's the case, we really need to. We get an extra advantage from Cassius' supplemental skill, or supplemental damage buff that he can use to himself. And if it's not, we're not really losing that much. Alright. Let's go ahead and do the thing. Do the thing. Okay. Let's go ahead and advance. Oh, so the Draconic Fire has the Dark Resist key, because starting in the third phase of the fight, the enemy will do will start doing dark damage to us because it's dealing superior element. Alright, and then we'll go ahead and summon Lucifer, attack in. One good thing about Lucifer as our primary healing source is that it has a really short cooldown. Alright, Blood Lightning, not so bad. Heal. We'll take advantage of Narmea's charge attack buff on this turn. Yeah, that seems good. We'll go ahead and use all of this stuff. We don't have to keep up Veil right now. We've already got it, so we don't have to hit the button. I'm trying to avoid hitting Gravity unless we absolutely need it, because Gravity is one of those debuffs that when you hit it more than once, it lowers its debuff success rate by a ton. Okay. Let's go ahead and go for one here. I'll go 1, 2. There we go. Easy to forget about some buttons. But yeah, the first phase of the fight is not particularly threatening. It does have its moments, but it could be a lot worse. Yeah, I mean, first phase of the fight, we just kind of do the thing where we just hit damage, we take damage. Try to be as efficient as possible. I mean, this is the phase of the fight where Lelouch's third skill still has absolutely full effectiveness. So we're pretty happy with that. Yeah, basically we just go. Pillar of Salt, not a big deal. Alright, missed the max HP debuff. Veil back on, hit this thing. Start hitting more buttons. Hit Sage 1 for the heals. Alright, so 85% should be another Pillar of Salt, which isn't super hard to deal with. I think I've got, this should be triple. Yeah. Tried doing it without having vision on it. Alright, let's go Lucifer. Again, we're summoning Lucifer every time we can because it deals a lot of damage. 4 million is not, it's not nothing. Luna Eclipse. Okay, sorry. Just checking something real quick. Alright. Yep. We actually have Cassius's supplemental damage buff here, so we get a little bit of extra value. Not enough to really matter, but it is something. There's no point in doing anything fancy here. I will say it's gonna hurt a little bit to take one of these specials here, unmitigated. but it's not lethal, and that's what's important.
引かねば切る感謝する大地はカンカンたり刃は語り源氏のごとく切り開く続け
Alright, we're gonna go ahead and summon Dragon's Rage. We don't need it for the hit count until the 4th phase anyway, so we can just kind of use it as a battery plus defense buff. Also, the attack buff isn't nothing. Alright. The thing. We're gonna push it into 85, I think, which means it's gonna get to use Pillar's Vault anyway, but that's okay. We're not afraid of that.
Luna Eclipse. Hadron Hou no chiri to naru.
Yep, see? Not a problem. Go ahead and heal. Hit all the buttons. And we go. Yeah, so this raid by no stretch of the imagination is ever something that you're supposed to solo. If you're soloing this, you're clearly doing something that's like what I'm doing, which is something stupid. Yeah, don't do it. It's bad. Yeah, so I mean, that's the case for all the gold bar raids except for Ultimate Bahamut high level, basically. Which isn't necessarily supposed to be soloed, but it has a much more reasonable HP total. Yeah. The ones with the billions of HP, that's where I'm like, yeah, this is probably not something that we're supposed to be soloing, but I'm gonna try for it anyway. Obviously, it's not good. Alright. So we can go ahead and do that. Hit all the buttons. Alright, we're looking good. Alright, get that nice echo. Skill cooldown. Feels pretty good. Get the veil back up. Summon the healing man himself. And yeah, we just keep pushing the button. So 75% is the next breakpoint, which is it's the phase transition. So we're gonna have to be aware of what that means. Because we're about to hit break, I'm gonna go ahead and use Armea's first right now. Oop, that was a misclick. Yeah, we want to make sure that we have it back off of cooldown when we get into the 75% range, but for now we can just use it for pushing.
Luna Eclipse. Jump.
Because we have a couple turns once we get through the 75% trigger anyway. Okay, hit this. Hit all this stuff. I'm gonna not use Cash's second skill because we want it for its debuffs in the 75%. This boss clears debuffs between each phase. Same with the Lelouch's first skill. So let's go ahead and attack. Okay, we're gonna get hit with Megiddo. And Megiddo is gonna give the boss a buff. That particular buff makes it so that it nullifies white damage cuts, like Lelouch's. So Lelouch's third skill no longer gives a 50% damage cut. It is still pretty good because it still gives its 300% defense bonus. So it's still good for defense. It's just that it's less good by a lot. It is less good by a lot. Okay, then we're looking. Everybody's got Veil. Yes, we're good. Okay, everybody's health. Might as well heal. Suboptimal, but that's okay. Okay. I think I'm gonna go ahead and summon Dragon's Rage for the meter. So yeah, we basically don't have to worry too much about this phase. The damage output of Akasha in phase 2 is actually even lower than phase 1. We just have to be careful not to get hit by any debuffs, because every one of its specials does debuffs. And they're not the polite kind of debuffs. They're the permanent kind of debuffs. There's a permanent multi-attack debuff and an instant kill, so gotta be careful. Luckily, Veil has a pretty short cooldown. So reverse doesn't do very much damage. Then we can get Veil back up instantly, not a problem. Go ahead and summon Lucifer. Push some buttons. We're fine with Cassius doing his charge attack here. Yeah, this boss starts to resist a lot of debuffs the later he gets to fight, and it really does get annoying. Alright, so we can go ahead and go 1, 3, 2, 1. Make sure to hit Cassius' skill. Go ahead and attack. But yeah, the first half of the fight, relatively simple. We don't have to worry about taking too much damage because the damage output is relatively low. And we're more worried about debuffs than anything else. That's how I would describe the first part of this fight. I'm gonna go ahead and not use the first skill because it gets defense down. Gonna go ahead and use this because it gets the cooldown reduction. It also gives defense and echoes. Like it's not nothing. And it does its blade damage too. Like I said, not nothing. Not important, but not nothing. Okay, let's go ahead and do this. Obviously do another Veil. Let's go ahead and heal. And we can attack. So the Avatar staff, as a main hand, is okay at best in most cases. I don't mind that it gives debuff resistance down on charge attack, because again, this boss loves to resist debuffs. It also gives blind, but the odds of that actually landing are pretty low. Okay. Go 3, 2, 4. We missed the delay, that's okay, we can take it. There's no point in getting uppity with our delays. We want to make sure we have all of them available when we need them, and we can just fail the lethal hit from Almaguest. Oh, I should have used Cassius' third skill. Whoops. Okay. So since we're in the scenario where ideally we don't get a +3, we're gonna get a +3, right? Yep. Every time. Okay. Let's go ahead and put yep. Let's go ahead and Zac. We got Veil up. No point in going too crazy about it. Now we're going to want to be careful when we approach the 55% that we don't get hit with 2 Almaguests back to back. Because we need to have our veils up. That's a problem. No. So obviously because we wanted a +3 on that turn, we didn't get it. That's how it works every time. Alright. Yep, every time. Every time. +3 is when you don't want them. And we missed the delay. Every time. Okay. So gravity. Which is like a delay. That gives us time to summon Lucifer. That'll just bias the turn we need to get Veil for this fight, or for this Almaguest. Then we go ahead and attack. We can try to get Veil for the 55% Almaguest. We gotta remember this guy has a ton of HP, so we don't have to worry so much about going too fast. We do have to worry a little bit, but not an insane amount. Alright, so we definitely want to avoid doing anything particularly aggressive going toward the 55. We can charge attack, I think, once here. Okay, we got the +3. Get like an unboosted Cassius combo, which is okay to do. Still a bunch of hits. Still a bunch of damage. Okay, and then we have delay. Chips.
切り刻まん刃は銀次神楽のごと大地はカンカンたり
Okay.
小地はカンカ
That'll
ンた
give
り
us the ability to summon Lucifer. We're just trying to hit into 55, like on next turn would be ideal, but this turn is gone. There's Almagas doing nothing. We got the +3, which is great, because it means that our Veil's going to come back up pretty soon. Let's go ahead and summon Dragon's Rage for the meter, just so we can get Narmea's charge attack out of the way. Yeah, so once we get past this phase, we do still have to worry about Veils, because the third phase inflicts a permanent stacking attack down, but it's a lot less prevalent than the instant death that we otherwise have to worry about in this phase. Okay. Let's go ahead and attack. I should have used Narmea's first skill. That was my bad. Alright, so we got our Veil cooldown. Let's put Veil back up on everybody. We go first skill. Alright. It's been doing the once a turn thing for the last several turns, which is always weird when it gets into this rhythm. It does happen. It just it sucks. Alright, so here we are. We're gonna go 3, 2, 4. Alright, +3 there is actually pretty sick. Okay, so next turn we get full Cassius. I'm gonna not use Cassius's first skill this turn, but no, wait, we're going into a trigger. You're gonna want to use that because it'll reset. I was gonna say I wasn't gonna use it because we're saving up the damage, but that literally doesn't make any sense. Okay. Let's go for it. We're gonna lose all our buffs, which is a little annoying, but it's not that big a deal because we don't have any permanent buffs. Yeah, so the Elemental Amplitude turn doesn't deal damage. It's just a Dispel plus another buff on the opponent. And this buff means that now we're taking dark damage, which is why we have the Dark Key, or the Dark Telemon with the Draconic. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go ahead and use everything. So we're actually okay to take full diamonds in this phase for the normals. When it is in overdrive, we really do not want to. Because when it's in normal, it doesn't do that much damage. When it's in overdrive, it does an insane amount of damage. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and just take this one. Which sounds really dumb, and might be really dumb, but it's what we're gonna do. So we're basically chilling through the mode bar going to overdrive. Because we're not taking that much damage. The debuffs aren't relevant. We can get a little bit of extra damage in from Slash Arc, and, you know, all the good stuff. Let's go ahead and use Dragon's Rage. for the buff. Let's go ahead and charge attack. This boss in this phase does hit really hard, so I'm not gonna go too soft on it. I'm just trying to get a full Cassius turn with supplemental damage. It's a 1/3 shot, but if I get it, it's nice. Alright, so what we're gonna do, full Cassius combo. We are gonna go 1, 3, 2, 4. Missed the delay, but that's actually okay. We can take that. Let's go ahead and summon Lucifer and just accept that we're taking an Ancient Flare, because Ancient Flare doesn't really hurt that much. Yeah, the overdrive is Sky Rift, and Sky Rift deals plane damage equal to 200 times the current turn count, which is 108 right now. 109. That's a lot of damage. We're gonna want to not take that. We can take one, like over the course of the entire phase. If we take two, it's gonna be really hard to recover. We can take one because we can use the blue potion to recover after it. Also, if the boss multi-attacks all the time, it's gonna be really hard to win the fight. Alright, so we go ahead and do this, because we're gonna get rid of the defense debuff from that when we do the charge attack. And the hope is that we get from when it goes into overdrive all the way down to the 35 without getting any more specials going off. All right, you can stop multi-attacking now. Thank you. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and let this go off because I don't think we're gonna get another shot at letting it go off because the mode bar is getting pretty full. So we take an Ancient Flare. It's not a big deal. In a lot of ways, Ancient Flare deals less damage than normal attacks because there's no chance of getting multied into Oblivion. Which is nice. We like not getting multied into Oblivion. Alright, so now we are officially in the territory of needing to keep the boss from its full diamonds at any cost possible. I've been holding back on Proto Joyas just for this moment. Alright, so first things first, we go 3, 2, 1, 4. Did work. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and get the Veil back up. Because the 35% is another agent. So having Veil up ahead of time is good. Alright, I'd really appreciate it if you'd stop multi-attacking. Alright, so what we're going to do now is we are going to go ahead and go for the Proto Joya. Okay. Alright, I'd really appreciate it if you'd stop multi-attacking. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna go Lucius' third skill to get the debuff on the boss. And then we're gonna use all of Lucius' skills. Is it worth risking for the Cassius combo? No, it is not. We're gonna go for another Proto Joya. Failed. We're gonna go for a Gravity Wave. Success. Good.
Luna Eclipse.
Okay. Let's go ahead and go
油断するなよ。
3, 1, 2, 4. Missed the thing.
カンカンたり。承知は。お姉さん、嬉しい。
Okay, we'll just take it. I don't like it, but we'll take it. We're gonna try to squeeze another turn out of this. Actually, if we could squeeze yet another turn out, I'd be okay with that too. I'm not a fan of getting hit with these multi-attacks, but you know, it's something that's just gotta happen. Alright, then we just start pushing buttons. The 35% is just another ancient flare, so that's then it's gonna reset us down. So we'll have a little bit more time to recover. Hopefully get down to 25% without getting hit with another Sky Rift. That's the idea.
Luna Eclipse.
Gonna go ahead and Dragon's Rage. By the time we need it back, it'll be back. I'm gonna go ahead and use Veil, even though I'm pretty sure it doesn't do anything for the rest of the fight. Okay, this gives us a chance to heal. I appreciate that. We're gonna summon Celeste, going for the accuracy reduction. Alright, we got that. Good stuff. Okay. I would appreciate like a +3 here, I guess. We got a +0. Seems about right. 3, 2, 4. Missed the delay. I hate this fight. I really do. A 3 would be ideal. Because a 3 would give us 2 chances of a delay. I really wish you'd stop multi-attacking. Alright, so we go like this. Got the delay. So that lets us summon Lucifer. Okay, let's go for it. Missed the delay, so everybody's dead. Alright, feels good. Either that or we go for, or we somehow manage to get the break. Absolutely ridiculous, man. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I don't think there's anything I can do to make this more likely to work. If I don't get the break here, I'm just absolutely dead. I got the break, which is good. We can get out of this hellhole of the third phase, where we're into a phase where we're no longer getting hit with AoE multi-attacks. I hate this phase. This is the phase that kills you. I'm not kidding. This is the phase that kills you. Alright. Alright, so Karma. Now we need to hit 30 times before the next time that the boss uses its special, or we will die. So I think that means that we do a charge attack turn this turn. Let's go ahead and throw this out. Nope, okay. Throw this out. Nope, okay. Not much I can do if the hits refuse to hit. So we do this so we can get Cassius's third skill, which basically makes it so it's impossible for us to fail to get 30 hits. Okay, sure. Appreciate that. Yep, good stuff. Okay, that's bad news. I'm gonna go ahead and use main character's revive. We're gonna heal. We're gonna go, what is it? 1, 3, 2, 4. Cassius combo. That's... Why do I... Please stop missing your debuffs! That's how you die in these fights. So that's 6 plus 16, 22, 23, 24. Be as safe as possible, I guess. Okay. Can we please hit some debuffs? Jeez. Purification removes debuff or removes buffs. Fine. Okay, so what are we doing now? We are. I think we're gonna do this, which is a super weird thing to try to do. Alright, miss debuffs because apparently I'm not allowed to have debuffs. I would really appreciate it if I could have debuffs. Can I please have some debuffs? Please. No, just no debuffs. Akasha's not immune to debuffs in this phase. I'm just getting bad luck. The reason I'm not using Eliza's revival on Cassius, by the way, is because I wanted to use the main characters, which gives us full health. Okay, so we're gonna use that. We need this. It's gonna be. We're gonna need that. Sorry, I'm doing calculations real quick. So this Narmea gives us 6 plus 1, so 7. Lelouch gives us 5. And then this would be 6. So that's 12, 22. Then we'd have multi-attacks. It's like pretty close to not being able to succeed, but you know, we'll give it a shot. See, I told you, debuffs do work on this phase. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and do that. We've got revive, let's put it on Cassius. Get him back up to full. If somebody else dies, then we're good. Let's go ahead and use Lelouch's second skill. Charge attack turn. So 15% is another karma, which is fine. If we can get there before we get hit with the next with the purification, that'd be interesting. Okay, so let's go ahead and heal. Celeste for the accuracy down would be ideal. Miss, okay. Alright. So let's do this thing where we go there. 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 We go here. Charge attack, charge bar off. Go here. Hit both of these. Okay. This is all I can do, so let's go for it. I did do it, right? Because otherwise I'd be dead. Alright, so basically we need to have everything in order to not die. But we can not die. So I think ideally we push into the 15% at full diamonds. Jump. Let's heal. And we swap.
刃は語り源氏のごとく
ハドロン砲の塵となれ。
リベールコーランド
I can't do anything. I don't know what you want me to do. Alright. So we're gonna go ahead and go here.
大地はカンカンたり小地はカン
王様から動かないとルカがついてこん。ドルイドシステム起動。
Alright, we got everything up. Let's go ahead and attack. Yes. Because we got the funny thing of we actually get a second karma with the next attack. Because we're going into the 15%.
さて反撃といくか
Okay. So we just charge attack here, try to push into 15. Then we can try to remove the karma. Yeah. Okay.
古超人改め源氏舞
どけ。
It would be kind of ideal if like Elise or Lelouch die.
スラッシュハーケン発射。
Because they're both okay, but neither of them is perfect for what we're trying to do. So the 10% trigger is also purification, so we definitely need to remove karma before that. Alright, no heals. Let's just have let's try to have Elise die here. It would be ideal for us.
諸子や知りきたる共闘ソード
ハドロン砲の塵となれ。
There we go.
目標。
Because with Cassius, we basically can't fail, right? Cassius is good at this thing. Okay, so let's go ahead and heal.
さて
Do we revive Elise? No, we don't revive Elise yet. So let's go ahead and go 3,
その命もらい
no,
受ける
2,
切
1,
り刻まん刃は銀次神楽のご
and
とく
4.
大地はカンカンたり
We'll use Lelouch's
ド
2.
ルイドシステム起動。
Try to hit with the gravity. Okay, everything misses because of course it does. Then we go ahead and go here.
切り開く。
Can't hit debuffs. Where's my debuffs?
発射。王様から動かないとルカがついてこ。攻め時
There are
だ。
no debuffs.
沈め。切り開く。続け。
Okay. That's fine. Let's go ahead and go Celeste. Try to get the. Okay, we got the accuracy down. Let's go ahead and attack.
もろい。
Okay. It's not the end of the world for Lelouch to die because we can revive him whenever we want.
お姉さんと一緒に頑張る
So purification just went off. It would be ideal if we got another purification before, which is the 10% trigger before the diamonds got filled, so we don't have to deal with karma stacks. Okay. Yep, let's do it. And we're picking not to use the first one, first skill on Narmea because we wanted the mirror images for the start attack.
ルナエクリプス。
Plus 3 is very suboptimal.
さて反撃といくか
沈め。
It's okay, but it is suboptimal. We go 3, 2,
一刀を持って
1,
切り伏せ
4. Okay, so we're on 10, so we don't have to do anything special now. Yep. Let's attack. Okay, so next up is a Sky Rift at 3%, which deals 500 times current turn number, which kills our team. But main character has auto revive, and that is what is important. If we can get there with main character having auto revive, we will win. Probably. We will probably win. Losing Lelouch here would suck, but not be that big of a deal. We can deal without him. Let's go ahead and go Celeste. Try to lower accuracy. Okay, failed. These things happen. Okay, let's heal. I'm only getting single turn advancements, which is pretty weird, but I mean, it works for me. Let's go ahead and attack. Alright, so let's hold on. We're gonna go 3, 1, 2, miss. Okay.
大地はカンカンたり
王様から動かないと部下がついてこないだろ
Alright, Cassius is looking okay. We're getting okay over here. Okay, let's go ahead and just use Lelouch second and charge back. So we should take a Karma. We get this Echo. Do I go for it? No. We want to do it when we've got the full Cassius combo, which is fine. If we lose Lelouch, it's fine. We can revive him, and that's not that big a deal. We need to make sure to get rid of Karma before the 3%. If we do end up pushing into the 3%. Alright, so let's go ahead and do a Lelouch 2, or Lelouch 1. Summon Lucifer. Main character heal. Charge attack. Okay. So we're pushing in. We don't have Narmea delay. Let's try a... Hold on. So this would be... so it's 9 times 2, so that's 18. Plus 10, it's 28. Yeah, we can cancel that. There's no point in like forcing the delay. Because if we miss, we die. So it's better to be guaranteed that we're not gonna die. Unless we push into the 3. But if we push into the 3, we were dying anyway. So. I should have used gravity. That was the option. Alright, so we're gonna not push any skills. We're gonna try to not push any skills. Attack. Elise is down. We need Cassius back. Narmea has guts. If we get a +3, we get a heal plus gut plus Lucifer. If we get a +2, We get a regular heal. Okay. Just trying to think about where we end up if we push into the 3 on this turn. If we do. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and revive Cassius. We're going to heal with Panacea. We're going to heal with Lucifer. And we are in the home stretch. If we can pull this off from here, we are. If Narmea doesn't die, we're good. We need. So let's go ahead and flip so we can get 2 mirror images.
Luna Eclipse.
That's what I was doing. I did it for the mirror images. All right, let's go ahead and go 3, 4, 2. And we only advanced 1, so we'll go ahead and get the full Cassius combo going. We're doing this for damage with Narmea, by the way. We're pushing. We're trying to push to the end. Yes, healing lowered. That's the debuff I wanted to land. We got the break, so we're in really good shape now. Alright, I think we got this. Let's go, let's go. We got the heal again. What can I say? Let's go. Let's go. Okay, so yeah, there's a ton of RNG in that fight. I have to say it. If it weren't so RNG how many turns we were gonna go per turn, it would be more consistent. The problem with this fight is it's just inherently inconsistent. So it's hard for me to say, oh yeah, I cleared this fight. I can replicate this clear whenever I want, because I can't. There's too much RNG involved. But with every improvement that I made, I was able to push just fast enough to get to the breakpoints that I wanted, more or less every time. I missed one crucial gravity that led to me hitting this one Sky Rift. But I've had a couple runs where I've played this, and in my testing, one run. The last run that I did with the exact same setup, just the death was at 100 instead of 150. The 3-star uncap. Ended up eating 3 Sky Rifts in Phase 3 because I just missed every debuff. I missed gravity. I missed Proto Joya's like twice. I missed Narmea's gravity twice. Just unbelievable amounts of debuff misses, and I mean, there's nothing we can really do about that. The point is, I came in with a plan. The plan worked, right? The plan was get the main character with Sage to the 3%. And then we have Revive to take us home. And we did. Alright. So now we can officially farm a couple things. One, it's a lot easier to farm these shards now. Previously, there's only like one way to do it, and we couldn't get anything but axe shards. And now we can farm hollow keys, which is huge. It is legitimately huge. We can go in here, do the host chest. The host chest gives a ton of hollow keys. Chest number 1 is guaranteed to give a hollow key, so if you need to farm hollow keys, you can get hollow keys over here, no problem. The blue chest is pretty likely to give a hollow key, like over 50%. So yeah, hollow keys, not so bad. And holokeys were the last ingredient for the 5-star opus that we had not obtained yet. Oh man. Also, it's a gold bar raid, so if you get a blue chest, there's a 0.2% chance that it's a gold bar. Not a huge rate, not the best rate, but it does tie for the best rate for like joined raids. Basically, it's essentially a tie. I think technically Proto Bahamut high level is a little better, but it definitely ties for it with the Grand Order high level. So anyway, so what do we gain from? We gain something other than the Dark Opus Uncap, and that is Hollow Sky weapons. They cost hollow keys to get. There are only 5 of them for some reason. I think it's because it's because there's only 10 weapon types, and each of these covers 2 of them. But like, it does feel weird that there's no winged Hollow Sky. All right, so these are all weapons that give supplemental damage in some way and increase the attack of with an EX modifier of your characters that have specific weapon proficiencies. So most of these aren't very useful, but a couple of them might be from time to time. The one that I think has the most potential is the Hollow Sky Blade, which has the ability to give our Saber and Dagger specialty allies more debuff success, which is always something that we're looking for, and the supplemental damage based on the number of debuffs the foe has. It's not bad. It also gives some debuffs on charge attack if you use the main hand. The supplemental damage on these, it does kind of vary based on which one you're looking at. But if it's in this one, I believe it is 30,000 is the maximum on, which is a standard supplemental for. It's basically the same as if we were using like an Ennead supplemental, the stamina ones. I believe the Hollow Sky Spear is one that might be useful. Not necessarily because of the fact that we have, spear or katana allies in any specific element. So it does have a supplemental if your HP is high, but it also has a pretty decent charge attack of giving your entire team heals. So it might be useful. It's hard to say. Eventually, I'll probably get all of them just because there's no reason not to. Yeah, I mean, I'm happy with it. And we will want to farm up some of these shards eventually, but they're not important right now. Yeah, so basically we've got. I'm just happy. I'm happy that I finally got past this stupid raid. I've fought it so many times. Okay. Yeah, so if we're just as a little quick wrap up, we'll go ahead and look at the Dark Opus uncap requirements. So we can see we need this from clearing the Dark Rapture hard with any particular element party. This is from Dark Rapture hard. These little tier up things. Gold bricks, get from the gold brick raids. You have the Bahamut horns that you can get from Proto Bahamut high level. Hollow keys from Akasha. These Ultima Units from Ultimate Bahamut high level, and Astaroth Anima. This is from a co-op quest. I have not shown it yet. I have cleared it. I have not shown it yet. I will show it next, probably, because it needs to be shown. But once we have that, we'll be able to farm everything out and be able to get our full Dark Opus lineup, which is awesome. I'm super stoked. Alright, well, without any further ado then, this has been Shadow SP. I would like to say thank you for watching. Yeah, if there's any comments, questions, or anything, obviously I'm available. If you've watched all the way to the end, you're probably not going to be shy to leave a comment if you are so inclined. If you're not, still totally fine. I don't want to pressure anyone to do anything. So yeah, I'll see you next time. Signing off. This was a good one. I'm excited.